So last session was a doozy, to say the least. You guys were locked in a cell. Piddlewick the second, the little metal effigy, came and let you guys out. When you got out, it was very strange. You obviously you were thrown in cells because you needed to be looked after, air quotes, and that seemed to be Valenta's primary objective. So she decided to pretty much grab Irina by the hair and throw her into the cell, which you guys were released from some hours later in game. When you left, the strange thing about it was there were no guards around. It was seemingly empty. I mean, you guys were able to go quite a while before you ran into anybody. And when you found them, there were a whole bunch barring the door, and something was trying to get in. You managed to escape out of the servants' quarters, and when you did, you found Lanji Kainsguard and Gertruda chained to the wall, one of which was bled from like the fingertips. She was hanging upside down by her ankles. And it had like some weird like funnel contraption down into a cask. And the other had her heel slit. And somebody, I don't remember who, somebody rolled a high enough investigation to tell that like the foot had been cleaned, but not with like a rag or anything. Like somebody had just grabbed it by the ankle and pretty much licked all the blood off of it, as vampires do. Then we got into an even bigger plot thickener, and we stepped outside into the sleet and pouring rain, and you found that there were werewolves or lichens of some sort attacking the castle. That's what it was that was outside. As you kind of made your way around outside, Valkithra stepped out into, I guess, essentially what would be considered moonlight, at least enough that would shine through all the rain clouds and the fog. And in doing so, turned into a werewolf. Unbeknownst to all of you that you've been with this person for this long, and all of a sudden you find out that they're not quite who they claim to be. So far, she's not seemed to attack any of the party, although is currently gorging on a guard that... Dan, was it you that threw the guard off, or was that Trayvon? Somebody, like, over the top rope, like, military pressed them and then just, like, yeeted them into the courtyard.
I think that was me. Yeah, because I definitely remember saying I picked them straight up, just like dumbbell press them above me.
Yeah. Like the old like Sting finisher move. Oh, give me a second. Okay, sorry. I had a Discord message. I thought it was Tyler. It was not.
He did message in here. He said, "Please proceed."
Oh, okay. Okie dokie. So essentially where we left off at, the game plan was you have football fields worth of rope. At this point, I think among the 5 or 6 of you, the world's kind of your oyster. We'll leave it from there. I don't really want to guide you one way or another, but there's multiple ways that you could go about doing all of this. And so there we will start.
I just have a question, but for you, now that we're getting into it, we haven't been like discovered by the rest of the castle. Like we haven't noticed, like movement from the main castle or main ramparts. Just
no. I mean, the only thing really that you could construe that's happening through all of this is that everybody that was in that castle is either posted up on the wall guarding it or is at that door trying to make sure nobody gets in. I mean, you pretty much walked right out the back door.
All right,
So there's a chance that werewolves may get in. I don't know. Unless you guys are concerned about going back in there and fighting them off, that sounds like it might be a them problem. At least that's how it played out the last go around. Feel free, though, to change that.
Oh, no. It's definitely,
Oh my
definitely a
God,
them
Jesus
problem.
Christ! All right, I'm here.
All right. You're good. We just got past the
I am
recap.
very sorry.
No worries. No worries.
I'm sorry about that.
You're all good, dude.
Yeah, nobody was really rushing you. Just Thand reminded me that he's got to leave in probably about an hour and a half, so I didn't want to wait for too long.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
I'm sorry
blame
about
Fan.
You're good. No worries, man. Real life happens. So anyways, that's where we're at. That's what's happening. Trayvon, do you need me to fill in any blanks, or are you good to go?
No, I pretty much remember saving the day right at the end of the last session, and now I think we're getting ready to try and make an escape because we got some wolves that are coming at us, and we got a wolf among us. If
Yeah, you
anyone
do.
remembers. So yeah, I'm just ready to go.
Okay, so same caveat I gave all of them. There are so many choices that you guys could have. I can't really plan for any of them, so this is going to be kind of an off-the-cuff session. It should be a good one either way. So now I'm going to turn the reins over to you guys. I just want to make sure everybody can move all their own characters and everything's good. And then feel free to do whatever it is you're going to do, wherever you're going to meet up, however you're going to interact with one another. It balls in y'all's court.
I guess Than would maybe get the whole party together. Than would turn to Trayvok because we've, I think, get to taking care of everyone up here and say, kind of whisper, be like, "Hey, we should probably meet up with the others."
Okay. So do you want to signal to them? I do want to remind everyone that it is raining. It is somewhat icy. It is super cold out. You're all getting wet right now. So like time is kind of the essence. You're going to need to make a decision and make it rather quickly.
And some of us are still in the bailey of the castle here. There's an outer wall blocking us from.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes. So there is a ladder. There is a ladder over here.
Yeah, there's a ladder.
Yeah, you can see it. I've got it illuminated right here. It's underneath where Trayvok and it's underneath where Trayvok and Thand are. It's how they got out there to take care of the guards.
It's how Thand yeeted that guy like 20 feet over the rail.
Yeah. So I guess the real question is somebody whistling to somebody else? Are you guys going back down? Like, let's get this ball moving.
I'm going to hop up on the ledge and wave my hands like a frantic person.
Okay, yeah, so the one thing I do want to point out, like, while Valkithra is 100% gorging herself on this guard, thus far, she's not really done anything aggressively to you guys. So, kind of take that for what you will. You know what I'm saying? You can take it to the fucking bank, or you can take it with a grain of salt. Either or, if you'll pardon the pun.
Wait. I say
what you did there.
I say that all of you get away from that thing, get up here, and maybe we can use a rope to get down the side and get the fook out of this castle.
Like how Trayvon just like progressively becomes more and more like Eric Cartman.
You guys respect my authority.
Yeah. All right, so you're heading up the ladder, Elion?
I'm gonna at least run under the tower.
Okay. Anybody else going with him? Ismark, Irina?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We got any rope?
Between the party, there ought to be quite a bit of rope. I think everybody started with an explorer's pack, which has at least 50 feet worth of hempen rope in it.
Okay.
We
So,
have those?
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's right. They only stole like the important.
Yeah. If it looked like it had some form of value.
Yeah.
So Trayvok is going to tie his rope to this little corner piece right here.
Okay.
And then let it fall down, free fall, to see if it touches the ground.
Okay.
Because I don't remember how tall this wall is. Every section is 10 feet.
Yeah.
20, 30,
It's
40.
50 feet tall. It'd be 5 sections. So it'd be 50 feet before you got to the rock down, like right here. well, 50 feet at the base is probably.
Thick?
I mean, ooh.
So it's not touching the ground. It's like dangling probably maybe 5-10 feet above the ground.
Yeah, I would say that the ladder is fixed, Matt.
Fair enough.
The only reason why I say that is because it would be really sketchy if it wasn't.
Sometimes castle defenses are in fact sketchy by design.
You know what? Here, how about this? Here's what we'll do. I want you to call high or low, and then I'll want some sort of check, investigation, or something. Okay, so
Who's
call
this
it.
for?
Call it for Ismark.
It's low. It's low, Ian.
Okay. So it is low. So now I want you to roll an investigation check.
Rolled the natural 19 for a total of 19.
Nice. Yeah, Ismark never really worked, so to speak, in any form or facet of any real labor, I guess. It's horribly worded. His hands are rather soft in comparison to most Barovians. However, doesn't mean that his mind is as smooth as Than's. So you notice that this is fixed with linchpins every like 8 feet on the way down. We'll call it 5 feet just for the sake of like even things. So from the top of this to the bottom, there are 10 spots where there are pins that are basically like bolts. They're like you ever shot an AR-15 where they have the pins that hold the rifle together? I forget what they're called. They're like, it's not like self-catching or whatever, self-contained, whatever. So it's capped on one end, but you could push it out on, yeah, there you go. You could push it out on another, and if they were all removed, you could remove the ladder. It's not like welded into place or anything like that. So if you so choose, you could go through. You would have to give me some rolls to go through and get it undone, but you 100% could remove the ladder.
Well, if it could save our rope for whatever climbing and descents we may have afterwards.
Yeah, so to give you guys an idea, you're on top of this pillar or pylon or whatever you want to call it. It's so far up, you can't see the ground beneath you. Ismark, you would know that the castle looms, probably before you could hit traversable ground, like really steep hills, probably about 300 to 400 feet. Like, so this is going to be a pretty steadfast drop if this is the way that you decide to go.
What do the rest of you think? Should we walk along the wall and find a better place to travel down, or go for it?
Can I roll? Well, I don't know if I need to roll, but I can just kind of point and be like, "Oi, if we travel down the wall a little bit that way, pointing west, it looks like we might be able to slide down the roof and use the step with a gargoyle on it. You guys see that over there?" And I'm just kind of pointing over. I don't know how to illuminate it. Can you see my map?
Yeah. I thought you were talking about this one over here. I was like, anyone without dark vision is definitely not going to be able to see that. But yeah, this one right here would be visible.
Talking about this right here, or like, I mean, I haven't gone back yet, but maybe over here might be nice too, because it's, just kind of looking at the terrain. But yeah, Trevok has pointed this way, so he's like looking at this spot right here.
Okay.
Perfect. The time. It is the time of action. Let's go.
Go first, because I got little legs.
Okay. And while it looks like this is a really thin wall, it's definitely not. You don't need to roll any kind of checks or anything like that unless somebody has some weird like quirk where they're afraid of heights, which I don't think anybody had yet. So
No.
That may be something that you all figure out that your characters have now. We'll find out. We'll see.
Oh, we may develop one and see.
Exactly, yeah.
So I'm just gonna go out a few feet to make room for the others, and then kind of wait to see if they're following. I
Okay.
guess.
Yeah, but these walls would be wide enough. I know that it looks like they're small, and I've been harping on it is as you see it. This is different than
Yeah. Okay.
that. Elion, you following them out there, man?
Yes.
Okay.
Should we tie something to the? I'm assuming there's like not a handrail, but like not fence. What the fuck's the word I'm looking for? Some type of barricade between us and this other thing we could tie like a rope to.
Hey lads, I got an idea. I can bring out Bairn. I should be able to summon him on that ledge, and I can just pass the rope down to him.
Even better, you could pass the rope down to yourself. Now, that's assuming that it's within 30 feet.
I mean, I think it is. I mean, each section you said was like 10.
Okay, I see what you're saying. You're talking about
Yeah, like if I were to put myself if I were to put Bairn like right here.
are you wanting to put him out in thin air, or are you talking about like putting him like right here?
There's a ledge right there. Yeah.
Right here? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, when you were doing it, it was like way out here. I was like,
Oh, sorry. Yeah, my bad.
No, you're good. A little technical difficulty there. It's all good.
Shim shim shalabim.
I got to 22, sir.
Okay. Give me a second while they're all doing this.
Fuck that wolf thing. Getting the fook out of here.
Yeah, have we really considered bringing the wolf with us?
Nope. I'm getting the fuck out.
Did we even tell her we were leaving, or did we just?
She's got eyes. You can see.
She can smell us a lot better than we can see her.
Did she see us leave?
We'll find
Probably.
out.
I would assume so.
Oh, yep.
Okay, all right. So talk to me, man. So you're going down to this little ledge right here. You're going to summon Baron down, throw the rope down, and then are you going to swap places with him, or are you just going to have him tie the thing?
I was gonna have him tie the thing.
Okay.
And then I did want to swap places with him.
Okay, I was going to point out because I'm pretty sure he fails and he saves that he's got to go, or he uses yours, but I feel like there was something he automatically fails.
Let me check.
And I sure would hate for that to be a survival check and then everybody,
So it's a bonus
Get-
action. Yeah, it's a bonus action to magically manifest my echo in a
Okay.
space that I can see within
Okay.
15 feet of me.
Ooh, yeah.
I think that ledge should be within 15 feet.
It should be within 15 feet, but where you're currently standing, you're not going to be able to see it.
Oh, god damn it.
So
But if I
I'm
see,
not
like,
saying that your plan can't be done. I'm just saying there's some
So then, like, I'm moving like this way so I
caveats.
get line of sight, maybe,
I
or like this way.
have an idea of what I want you to do, and I don't want to tell you that that's what you got to do, but I'm checking real quick.
You want me to Tarzan that shit?
No, I kind of want you to have Ismark hold your feet. All right. So where you could go to get line of sight is going to be too far. It'd be 25 feet, so it wouldn't be too far
All right.
because it's within 30 feet, right? That you have to end the turn.
Yeah, he has to stay within 30 feet by the end of the turn.
Okay, yeah, then you're fine there.
Okay.
And just to be sure, did you guys take the ladder or did we leave it there? Because we were talking about doing it. I gave the description that we could do it, but I don't think anybody said, hey, we're taking this ladder.
Yeah, Trevok didn't take it because he was blazing a trail to get the fuck out of here.
I think once we started kind of making our way down the wall, it wasn't really worth spending the time on. So.
Okay. Can I get listen checks from everybody?
Oh, great.
Dumb question. What's a
Can I
listen
check
check?
with that again?
It'd be perception. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm bouncing back and forth between DMing for 3.5 and 5e. You have to bear with me on some of these, but yes, perception check.
Got a 14.
I got- 4.
Natural 20, 23.
Okay.
9.
16.
Okay. So you guys collectively were able to hear it. Here's some heavy panting and some light growling coming up the ladder. More so, you can hear claws scratching at the metal of the ladder as it's coming up.
I knew we should have taken the ladder.
I sure hope our new dog friend's friendly.
Stand. Hold my feet. And lay me over the ledge.
Can I tie myself first? That's pretty far. Kind of peers over the edge.
Tie yourself down and then grab me by my feet and lower me down so I can see this ledge.
Just pick him up and throw him.
Wisdom save.
Oh man, pick me up, throw me so I can manifest echo and then swap places instantly and too cool for school.
Where's my wisdom? Being dumb right now. There it is. Wait, wisdom
Alright.
check or wisdom save? Oh, wisdom 1 sec.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be whatever one adds your proficiency bonus if you have the proficiency bonus capabilities
This. So
for wisdom.
it's in alchemy. I think 8 or 11. It's weird because it says it's the saving throw. I don't fucking know. 8. I'm guessing. Either an 8 or 11. There's 2 numbers pop up here.
Oh man.
Some real
Okay.
dice.
Give me a second.
Looking it up right now. Amazon.com.
It's your modifier, so it's whatever your modifier is, not the value. So if you have 13 whiz, that's a 1 modifier.
I got 12.
Okay, so that would still be a 1 modifier. So it'd be +1 for your wisdom saving throw.
Just have a D20 where I can just roll this shit in game and add 1. That way I know it's for real. Now, if only I could remember how to roll dice in Tailspire. That's like really far. I'm tied myself really good. Than's gonna begin frantically looking around for a very what he would deem a solid source of anchoring.
This map's like accurate, right? Like these are like little
Yeah,
anti-bird perch things.
sort of. So that's what I was saying, was that typically I harp on like this is as accurate as it can be. This wall would be much thicker.
And actual like I don't know what to call it, but not a fence, but you know what I mean, like a handrail type shit.
It would be. We'll consider it to be like a typical castle wall where it has like the portions for the archers to get into, and there's like it's basically like half windows. Sure, I guess I don't know what they're called. Think of it like we've all seen Lord of the Rings, man. The 2 towers when they're standing up there at the gates of Helm's Deep, and like all the archers are lined up. You know what I'm talking about? It's like that.
Yeah. All right, then I have some ropes. I'll just tie a bit of it around one of those and tie a bit around myself, so I can still move around a little bit and dangle them over the edge. You know what? I got 50 feet. I'm going to tie a little bit to him, too. How far down are you trying to go, Trevok?
I think it's more than 50 feet to the ground.
Are you going to the gargoyle first, or are you going
I'm just going to the gargoyle first, yeah.
That'd be what, like 10, 15?
Trevog, if you need me to clarify anything in that statement, just let me know.
Ugh. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you're aware of the phenomena or not.
No, not
Okay.
familiar.
So for everyone, because I'll probably refer to it to someone else too, there's a phenomenon called the call of the void, which is essentially when you're high up and you look out over, some high space or some big crag or crevice, like there's that like hiding thought that just tells you to jump. It's an actual like psychological phenomenon. So basically, like, Thand has looked out over the side and is immediately like, oh shit, this is high up. I don't like this. You've looked at it and like, you're not really shaken so much by what it is that you see, but you do have this sudden thought, it's like, I should just jump. That said, I'm not telling you that you have to, but I will say that depending on how you do, it will mean certain death. So it's really more for state of mind roleplay stuff than anything else at this point. But okay, so you were anchoring yourself down, Than. We're going full OSHA Bob with it. I like it.
And then also, like, because I have the 50 feet, so I'm tying Trebok to me.
Mm-hmm.
And, but like enough in between that he would be able to get down to the gargoyle.
Okay. So, and I think we said that was, what is that, man? It's about, we'll call it 15 feet down to that ledge.
Okay.
That you would need to tie onto, you know what I'm saying? As you tie these knots, I need survival checks.
All right.
And mind you, a failed one, you can go, oh, this doesn't look right.
Got an 11 for the first one.
Okay. So you tie a really intricate knot and it seems to hold. Then you go to put weight on it and it just uncoils and the rope straightens out in your hand. Like you managed to tie some crazy knot, but as soon as you put tension on it, it just poof, it's just a straight rope again.
Elion's going to go and tie survival check, right?
Yes. We're going to let the
Plus
smart brother.
Good idea, brother. Good idea.
Can Trebok tie his own knot
19.
around himself?
Sure. Just give me a survival check.
Here you go. You know what? You should probably tie this. Just hands the other.
Okay. Elion, what did you say your survival check was?
It was a 19.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, you have like a big, what do they call that? Like the monkey's palm or whatever. You have a super intricate knot. Not only do you have a super intricate knot, you've put a loop in as well as like a quick cinch. You have a loop in to cinch the knot tied on yourself, but you also have a spare portion that if you were to just pull it, it becomes easily untied. So if you ran into some issue, you could untie yourself if need be.
I'll check over Travox as well.
Yeah, I rolled an 11.
So you'd have the same thing as Thand. You'd have some like super intricate knot. It'd kind of take you a minute, and you'd almost feel pretty comfortable with it. And as soon as you put any tension on it, it just slides right back out.
That's a 21.
I thought it was around the ears and through the hole and then through the
No,
the yellow brick road.
Come
Or
over.
how do you tie these things again?
You learn all kinds of things when you're born in a monastery. Lots of time to kill.
Yeah, you specifically know several different ritualistic knots based on how to tie your robes and keep them on. That's where you would have learned your ability for knots. So I won't go super far into it because we're semi-pressed for time, but there are like within your backstory, you would know like certain certain duties require certain rows, which requires certain knots, and then that's the same for like holidays and specific ceremonies and shit like that. So, absolutely, it would make sense for you to know some stuff.
Yeah, I rolled a 19 plus 3 on that one.
Okay, yeah, it's the same as the other one. Then you hook him up. He's got a way that he can kind of cinch it tighter if he needs to, and then as he gets closer, he can just, and pull it out. And then I need everyone to give me perception checks. Elion and Thand and Trevok need to do so with disadvantage.
Perception.
Oh, shit.
16.
10.
6.
7.
Trevok? Tyler. Oh, he's muted. You're muted.
Sorry, you said with disadvantage, right?
Yes, yeah, because you three are busy, dealing with knots and ropes and stuff.
I rolled an 8, and I was like, God damn it! And then I rolled a 4. I was like, God damn it!
And Kaylee, what'd you say yours was?
16.
Okay.
So far, Trevok has good judgment, but poor execution.
Okay. All right, man. So what's the deal here? Who's doing what? We got OSHA Bob and Safety Bill here. It sounds like they're getting ready to go do some really cool stuff.
I think we're going to watch and see how this goes to see if we're going to do the same plan.
Mhm.
And if that's the case, I'll probably be tied to my brother and him
Okay.
lower me down.
All right. And then Kaylee, I sent you a message also on Discord.
Oh, okay.
Relatively pertinent to the time frame.
Yes. I mean, so my plan again is just to... I mean, if I have 15 feet of rope, I could probably make it myself to this ledge. Like, try to
so
grab the oil.
we have two separate pieces of rope right now, correct? That we're doing this with? There's one tied to Thand, one tied to Trevok, or are you guys sharing a piece of rope?
I think we're sharing Thand's rope, and he's got...
I'm
he's got
tied
it.
to the thing, and then I'm also tied to Trevok. That's how I set it up in my mind, at least.
Okay. All right. Well, then, yeah, if you're going to lower him down and then try and work like an anchor, then I need an athletics check from you. And Trevok, before I have you roll anything, I need to know kind of like, are you just like free floating out there? Are you like trying to professionally rappel? Or are you Spider-Man in it? Like, what are you doing?
So he's gonna try and ease himself down, laying as flat as possible on the roof, so he has the most surface area and hopefully enough friction to not just slide off the edge of the fucking roof.
So I got a 17.
And then he's gonna, once he gets to the ledge, he's gonna try and just slowly keep tension on the rope and like rappel down to the gargoyle, and like use the gargoyle to like get himself situated on that ledge.
Okay, then I just need an athletics check from Thand.
Oh,
17.
shit. Then ignore this.
Okay. No, you're good. I just needed to know because if you were going to do anything crazy, it's going to make you roll for it, but you're fine. So 17.
I do a triple axle.
Okay. It said 17. He does lower you down. I won't add any extra flair to it. So yeah, he does lower you down. You are next to that gargoyle.
All right, so Trevok has some rope, so maybe Trevok can tie his rope to the gargoyle and then hang it down further to the ground.
Okay.
Thand will whisper shout over the edge. Don't forget to untie yourself from my rope after.
Oh, right. So, am I secure on the ledge? Did I make it to the ledge okay?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will untie myself using the slip knot to just quick release the rope from Trevok.
Okay.
And then I'm going to begin using my rope
Okay.
to tie around the gargoyle. And I'm going to whisper shout up to Thand like bring it back up and get the next person ready to come down.
Okay. So I'm going to need you to roll another survival check.
Big bucks, no whammies. Fuck me.
Hey guys, there is a werewolf coming towards us.
5.
Than's head will snap over his shoulder. Try and find it.
You tie that rope, Trevok, around the gargoyle. And as you all, for the rest of the party, as Irina says something, everybody's head kind of snaps to attention, and Valkithra is bounding down the wall, essentially, to you guys. She looks like an excited yet rather dim puppy. Her maw is soaked in blood, and her fur is slicked down with the rain. Small chunks of ice are clinging to her fur. But she is approaching.
What about over
Friend
here?
or foe? Do we know?
Is it too late for me to now manifest my echo and then now I have 2 chances to tie this damn rope?
I mean, you've tied it. You know what I'm saying? You tied it. Feel free, I guess, if you want to try and can I put you on that? If you would like, yes.
Okay. Then I call for Baron,
Okay.
and
Now he will occupy space. So no one else will be able to come down while he's out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So walk me through here. You've tied the rope. You feel a little confident about it, but what's the game plan here?
I'm going to ask Baron to test the rope.
Okay. Baron, he just kind of looks at you for a second. It's like, you tie this laddie.
As best as I can.
Yeah. It works for me. And he goes to grab the rope and then like almost lean over. And as soon as he grabs the rope, it comes untied. He's standing there holding the rope and he kind of looks at you for a second. He just shrugs and holds his arm back out for you to take the rope.
I'm better at cooking than I am tying knots.
Be better at tying knots than you are keeping watch, lad. Let's go.
All right. I'll try it again. Give me the damn rope. Can I roll survival?
Yeah, give me one more, and then we'll have to lower somebody else down because I don't want to keep.
Come on, man.
I don't want to have to roll spam everybody to get through this.
11.
Son of a bitch. All right, yeah, no, same. He goes to try it again. It doesn't work. He just looks at you frustrated.
Why is the DC so damn high for a knot?
It isn't. You're just missing it. Like it's not.
At least a 12. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's not that high. All right.
I can tie my shoes.
He frustratedly looks at you like, what are we gonna do now, lad? Like, what are we doing?
Yeah, but Trevok, it's raining and it's icy. Your hands are cold.
Yeah,
You're
dude.
almost frozen. You could slip at any moment and just be gone.
Now, here's the problem. You've been tying it like you tie your shoes. It's not. All
right, so what are you?
Tie it like there's a toilet at the end of this, and you really gotta go.
Yeah, dude.
I bet
You're strapping in
immediately. Shit, you'll probably try to bungee cord off the fuck of this thing.
Shit surge.
Gonna action shit surge.
No action surge for this guy.
All right, let's see.
The shark.
What is your survival, Trevok?
It's a +3. but I'm rolling like shit.
Okay, all right. Baron snatches the rope from you.
Or if we fight Valkythra.
Ooh, yeah, that is the question. Mind you, Valkythra is essentially on the wall behind all of you guys. Although for now, other than just having unfriendly appearance, the demeanor seems to be fine. That makes any sense? Like she doesn't
keep the beast at bay.
Yeah, she didn't seem overly aggressive, but she is covered in blood and, werewolf. As a matter of fact, you can see the remnants of what was her regal attire. Not necessarily torn to shreds, but she's hulking out of it at this point. Some of the seams have definitely split.
Elion's gonna think of something as she says that, about fighting or not. Well, I wonder. He's gonna whistle, calling a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Does she respond?
Valkythra? Does she respond? Oh, woo! He answered in game.
Yeah, Elion will.
She'll also lull her tongue out as she moves just a little bit closer onto the wall itself.
I would say that probably means she's still our friend, as she's not violently trying to eat us yet. She looks
Did anyone
almost
pick up a
domesticated.
severed body part?
No,
Can
not
throw it
on
at
me.
her?
I think she's satiated. She just ate down there. Point toward the mangled up corpse.
You seen how much a werewolf can eat?
No, I've quite frankly never encountered them.
They eat quite a lot.
Elion, shrug. I don't have anything for werewolves, unfortunately. We'll just maybe do some hunting for her later. I don't know. Maybe she won't be a werewolf for the rest of the night. That would be nice. He gives a concerned chuckle.
Anyone have a ball? We can play fetch.
Elion's gonna go back to fixating knots to people. As apparently I'm the knot guy.
So Trevok, Bjorn did take that rope from you and tied something that looks kind of like a knot.
Okay, does he need to roll?
I rolled for him.
Okay, thank God, because my dice are cursed.
Yeah.
Too many natural 20s last session.
All right, trust exercise. Let's get down that thing.
Yeah, because I do want to point out now, you guys have been out in the rain for probably, we'll call it like 5 to 10 minutes, like in game time.
Yeah.
It is cold, it is sleeting, and it is raining. Like, so it's, when we start getting out here, when we start hitting like half hour, 45 minutes, we're going to be looking at like fatigue and exhaustion. You guys got a long way to go.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask Baron to do the trust fall then. Down
Okay.
the rope.
All right. Yeah. So he pretty much, like, oh yeah, all right, laddie. And he checks his hammer to make sure it's good. And he, puts his gloves on. He, kind of wrenches his finger, make sure they're in really good. He spits on either hand and he grabs it. And he just jumps off and, he slides all the way down, hits the bottom of it. So he's now roughly about 45 feet beneath you. You have 20 seconds I'll give you to get down, even though really a round would be more like 6.
Okay. As soon as he makes it successful, I would try and make an attempt to rappel down as well.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, you're good. I'll let you go ahead and have the free one. Like I said, I don't want to, if I sit here and stat check everybody. We're going to be here for an entire time, and it won't be
Gonna
that
take
fun.
us all session just to
Yeah,
get on the wall.
yeah. I mean, we're pretty much working on that already. So yeah, I'll go ahead and let you get down.
Whee!
So the idea
Well-
here is that Than's anchoring will tie his end to somebody. He'll lower them down. Then they'll take Travok's rope down.
Yeah, so if I'm not mistaken, there's a portion of this that's tied to the wall, and then Than has also taken it. Like, so Than's got rope around him. There's spare rope for him to let somebody down, like lower them, and then he's also anchored to the wall up at the top.
Yeah, that's what I meant by like he's anchored to the wall.
Yes. So if something happens and he fails that athletics check, if he does fall, it should hold. We'll see.
Elion's going to usher Ishmark and Irina in front of him, and
Yeah.
as they pass, do you want me to tie your knot, or do you feel comfortable?
My one hand is not fully recuperated, so if you don't mind.
Okay. That's a natural 20.
Hell yeah.
He ties the fuck out of that knot.
Yeah, so you end up just making him like a subway knot, so to speak, where it's just a big loop. It's stationary, and he can just hang on to it and like wrap his foot around, you know what I'm saying, the other one, so he doesn't need both hands. He can just be lowered with ease. Now, mind you, how long is the rope? It's 50 feet, right? 50 feet of hempen rope per Explorer pack? Okay.
Yeah, that's the
So-
standard length, yeah.
The rope in itself, as it stands, will only get you, like, you'd be 10 to 12 feet off of the ground, because it's a 50-foot tall rope. You're looking at with all the extra knots and stuff.
Into the lower ledge.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that works. You'll have plenty for that.
At least I thought that was the idea.
Yeah. I just wasn't sure where we were going. Like I said, you'd end up, if Than had to do it, it'd be about 10 feet short.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then I can go ahead. I'll move Baron down there. Okay,
Can
so
I, go ahead and check Than's anchor too, real quick.
if you want to, sure. I don't remember who tied it, but I feel like somebody had a passing roll.
I
So
think Elion tied mine.
okay,
The 6, so.
uh-huh. It looks fantastic, dude. Yeah, there ain't no way that rope's coming undone.
Yeah, that'll hold. He slaps the top of it.
Yeah. All right, who's next, man? It sounded like Ismark.
Yeah, he's tied up. And
I'm trying to call them down.
Oh no.
Like, y'all need to hurry up.
Elion will look at Kithra and hat on his leg like calling a dog. Are you friendly? You're not going to eat us, right? Maybe.
All right, so Ismark, you're going next.
Yes, sir.
All right. So they got the thing all knotted out for you. As he steps on, Thand, I'll need another athletics check from you. Mind you, anyone up here can help you. They don't necessarily need to be tied. They just need to be holding the rope.
Just down on standby in case Than looks like he's about to give way
Okay.
or something.
Okay, but you don't want to like actively try and like help lower people down.
No.
Okay. All right, Thand, go ahead and give me an athletics check to lower down Ismark.
Come on, Than. 18.
Perfect. Yep. You lower him down diligently and with ease. Ismark, once you get down over the side, you kind of swing a little bit. And that makes you a little nervous until you realize that you're hanging out like a foot past where you need to be. So you just kind of kick and start rocking your body weight. And finally, you let go. Thand, you'll feel the rope go weightless. And Ismark, you will land safely on the landing below.
Hell yeah.
Right on.
All right. When you get down there, Ismark, there is another rope tied around a gargoyle head. You are free to use that as necessary. As for the people up top, it's next person up, which I'm assuming is going to be Irina.
Yes.
Okay.
You want me to tie yours as well?
If you don't mind, I would appreciate it.
So mind you, the loop that you tied up for Ismark, still in the rope. So if you
Oh, okay.
wanted to send her down the same way, that's
Yeah,
fine.
just
Yep.
keep reusing that.
Show her how it works and tie it around her
Yeah, for
or
sure.
whatever.
So we're just looking to make the knots. Once they're made, we can, you know what I'm saying? Like if they're anchored down or whatever, like we'll call it good there. So yeah, for now you have a stationary like climber's knot that could be used. She could put her foot in it and hang onto the rope and be lowered down. She could hang onto it, wrap her feet around the rope, however she wants to go.
Yeah, it shows her how it works and sends her on her way.
Okay. Irina, how do you do it? You put your hand through it, hang on to it, you put your foot through it. How you doing this?
I'm going to wrap it around my waist and put my foot through the loop.
Okay. All right. So she lowers her way down. Dan, I need one more athletics check.
Hell yeah. It is an 11. Not the greatest.
No, that's good. She'd be light. And we'll save it for the other two. I really just want to see if you'd roll like a 1. Because you had like a 19 on the last one. So that'll work. All right. Irina, same thing. You get over the edge. You feel a little uncomfortable. You get down to about even to where the landing is that you can see Ismark on. You're about a foot short. You do the same thing. You know, start shifting your weight, kind of swinging through, and then you put your spare or your free foot onto the ledge and pull yourself over with your toe. Now, there are 2 of you on this lower ledge. There is no more room for anyone else. One of you has to go down from here. Who goes first?
I'll go first.
Okay. Now, mind you, there is no safety line for this. There's nothing. You're free climbing from here on out. So I need an athletics check from you to go down. Or some other option if you choose not to just free climb it from here.
A 14.
Okay, so you are going to free climb it. You do make it successfully. Even without damaging your hands. So, hell yeah, that actually worked out pretty good. I thought we were getting ready to lose your token. All right, who's next?
Yep, right behind you.
Okay.
Can I
sent
take
you
a
a
bit of
message,
like my
Ian.
cloak?
Yeah.
Or I might have gloves actually. Already. I was just gonna protect my hands a little bit to slide down this rope. Kind of think fire pole style.
Yeah, got you. And you said you had something covering your hands?
That's what I'm trying to look through my stuff. If I don't, then I'll cut off a bit of my cloak and kind of pad my hands with it.
Okay.
And down we go.
All right. I need an athletics check.
13.
Okay. Yeah, you make it down. You make it down, but you get a little bit of rope burn on your free hand. So if you go to climb down like this again, you'll have to do so at disadvantage as both of your hands are injured, albeit lightly, but injured nonetheless. While you're doing that, Valkithra, without drawing a whole lot of attention to itself at this point, the wolf
No shit.
lowers itself down on the side of the wall, jumps over, grabs onto a shingle, and just sort of Prince of Persia's her way down onto the ledge below. And then you are down here.
Shit.
All right. So now, currently on top of the wall is just Elion and Thand. Who goes first, and how do you do it?
So, Elion will look at Than, I guess. Do this in character. So I figured you'll lower me down, I'll take the rope, and then you'll just rappel all the way down?
Yes, we can. I just cut my rope and leave it.
Right. Well, I'm asking, how are you going to get from here down to there?
Oh, same rope, but
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
going to use the, my anchor point instead of me being. I was just extra precaution.
Right. So, I guess Elion will get lowered then.
Okay. All right. So same thing with you. You kind of feet are dangling. You're kicking. You're hanging out over the void, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And you manage to get lower to the appropriate height. You start kind of swinging. You can feel your toe, even through your boot. You can feel your toe. Almost like it's trying to pull a stone out of the wall as you feel it beneath your feet. And you manage to pull yourself over, step off onto the ledge. You give it like a small tug to let him know that you're there. Then you'll feel the small tug, and then the rope will go weightless.
Hell yeah. I'll pull the rope up then, and I guess undo it all so I have enough room to do the same thing, and then I'm lowering myself over, kind of have it looped around me so I can let out a little bit at a time,
Okay.
mountaineer style, to get down so it doesn't just like flop me over.
Okay. Now, the question that I have for you is, are you looking to stop at the ledge because there currently is no room there? Or do you want to just try and go down as far as that rope will let you go, and then you just either jump down the remaining like 10 to 12 feet, or there is the other rope that's tied off there that you could just swap over to?
All right, let's do that then. If they're climbing down that, I'll just continue lowering myself down.
Okay. So I need, this will be the last, well, potentially the last time I ask you. I need an athletics check as you climb your way down.
Let's see. It's 16.
Okay, perfect. So you've never done anything like this before. Its whole presence is overwhelming, and you're not exactly sure how to even begin to understand what's going to happen the second you lower your weight all the way onto this rope. So you're hanging off on the roof ledge there over the shingles at the waist. So your upper body is up on the shingles. Your lower body is just kind of dangling out there. You finally push off and just hang on to the rope. You slide a little bit, but not too far, not enough to really even damage the gloves that you're wearing. And you begin to just, keep it kind of pressed between the arches of your feet and just lowering yourself down. You get to about 10 to 12 feet off of the ground. You have to swap and get over to this next rope. This would be hopefully the last time for a little while that I ask you to roll one more. No, give me an athletics check. I was gonna say, give me
between me and Elyon.
We should all line up underneath in case he falls. We should try to catch him.
Oh, that's definitely a Trevok idea.
Is he going between Valkithra and Elyon?
Yes.
I want to say as he starts to pass us, I just want to, because he's grabbing another rope.
Mm-hmm. Well, the other rope won't be until like way down beneath you. It's probably about like 35, 40 feet beneath where you are right now. It's the rope that he has was only about 10 to 12 feet short.
Oh, okay.
So when he goes to make that pass, unless he says, no, I'd rather do it right here at the gargoyle, he'll have to do it at the end of his rope or close enough to it. He'd be 20 feet from the top of his head off the ground or off of the rocks below.
So just roll athletics then.
Yep. Yeah, give me an athletics.
A whopping 10.
It's been a long climb. And your muscles are burning. Your shoulders are on fire. Your lats feel like they're getting ready to separate. You go to reach for the second rope and your foot slips. You lean a little bit too far. You shift your weight a little bit too much. The grip that you have with your boots all but comes apart. And in doing so, your hand slips. And you begin to fall. Some of your people are beneath you. Who all is trying to catch him right now?
Well, Trevok and Bairn most definitely would be, and I
Okay.
would ask for a DM inquiry.
Okay.
If there's any advantage that Bairn and Trevok might have for calling out this action before it took place as like a reflex.
I feel like I heard somebody say we should catch him, so I'll allow it, and we'll offer said advantage.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Much appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Won't be long forgotten.
So here's what we're going to do. First, I need to know who's going and like who's going to help. And then I need athletics checks from everybody that's going to help. And then we're going to do some dice rolling.
All right.
If they catch him, I jump behind him and land on top of him so he can break my fall.
Thanks.
All right. So I have
Really trying to help.
Okay, so that's 3 people. Irina, are you going to make it 4?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
There's room.
So I
We
need
don't go over the big cliff.
athletics checks from every. Actually, let's swap it up. I need acrobatics checks from everybody
Oh goddamn. Okay.
because I need to make sure that whenever you go to catch him, that you don't slip and fall.
12.
Okay.
Before I roll,
15.
is Baron gonna share my roll, or do I need to roll twice?
You'll need to roll twice.
Okay. So first, I will roll for Trevok.
Okay.
Trevok rolls 16.
Okay. And actually, don't bother worrying about Baron because you could, if he slips, he would fall and poof into smoke, and then you just
Okay.
get to bring him back. So
Okay.
we'll for the. Give me the first one, just so that way for RP purposes, like he can be mad at you if you fail. But don't worry about doing it after that.
So you want me to just for fun, just roll?
Yeah, just for roleplay flavor.
Okay. Okay. So Trevok rolled a 16 and Baron rolled a 15.
Okay, all right, yeah. So he won't slip then. And then what did you say yours was, Matt?
15.
Okay, yeah, all right. So no, all right. So what I need now is for either the 3 of you to come to a consensus or for somebody to speak out first and say high or low.
Can I use high with advantage?
I'm baking it in. I'll tell you guys after we do the roll.
Okay. Okay. I'll do it. Oh, sorry. I'm gonna go high
Okay.
because we went low once already. So let's go high.
Oh,
Not good.
no. So the way that I had the roll done, if you'd have called high, it just needed to be over 25. If you called low, it just needed to be under 75. So you rolled a 19 and called high. So it is definitely a fail. You take 6 points of damage.
Okay.
Not you, Thand.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's not too
So
bad.
Thand, you come crashing down. They reach out and try and catch you. And just before you would land, like flat-footed, right ankle first, probably high chance of you having some kind of major mechanical injury, be it a sprain or fracture of your ankle or something, they catch you and break your fall to an extent. While you don't necessarily go careening off the side of the cliff, you do land on your lower back, and you take 6 points of damage, and they knock the wind out of you.
Okay.
All right.
But did you die?
Yeah, exactly. But did you die? All right. I got Elion and I got Valkithra.
Yeah, Elon's gonna grab the rope and look at Valkithra. I assume you can just get down the same way you got here? As he preps himself for his descent.
All right. So for you then, I need an athletics check, Elion.
18.
Oh, perfect. So you're gripping onto the gargoyle one, correct?
Yeah, the one.
Okay, the anchor one. Okay, yeah, all right, yeah. So you make it down without any issue. You lower yourself down, and I'm assuming he would immediately go and check on Dan.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Valkithra, I leave the floor open to you, dude. How do you get down?
Valkithra is going to hop onto the ledge one-handed and lower herself down by that. And then with her claws, she's just going to skid down the wall.
Okay. You're gonna do kind of like a monk, like feather fall thing, but as you do it, you're really just like using the friction from your nails.
Yeah, it's just
Just
scraping
Dragging
it
your
up.
claws.
She's kind of riding like the corner of the wall so that she can really grip like both sides of it as she's just slowly descending it.
Okay. I played a game where you could do that. I don't remember what one it was, and it's bothering me now. That's neither here nor there. Okay, so everybody has made it down to the rock ledge below. This is where we return to it is as you see it. If you want, you might be able to find a path all the way around to the side, and then you'll have to figure out where that goes. Or you make the descent. Again, Ismark, you and Irina would be the only two to really be able to give any sort of discernible floor to this void in front of you. But you know that it's somewhere between like 300 and 400 feet down.
If we fail this climb, it is death. Certainly. Do we wish to surveil the area for a safer path? Or are we just getting the hell out of here as quickly as possible?
I think caution shouldn't be thrown to the wind quite yet. We should look.
Okay.
And it is freezing and there are werewolves attacking the castle. So.
Correct, and that's like you just said, a certain death if we fall, so...
So long as that one there doesn't attack us, let's just see if we can find someplace safe to go down.
Yeah, what is 5 minutes more out here?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think we're gonna try to look for the,
okay.
We're gonna continue west.
I'm trying to think if there's any way that I could make these like rolls like cool mechanics. Okay, so you're just gonna try and find your way down then? I need investigate rolls from whoever's going first.
Wait, are you guys going down? Like down?
Well, I guess
not necessarily
over.
down, but working around the perimeter.
Okay.
Is what I was imagining. To kind of surveil the area.
Okay, so are you wanting to? I'm assuming then that you're walking along the wall, kind of as it is, right on the hangouts.
Yeah, this way.
Okay, and are you just looking for what is around the corner here, or are you kind of checking out the area below also? Like, walk me through the goal here. All of the above. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if we find a nice, delightful, survivable slope that goes all the way down, then that's great. That's great. We'll do that.
Okay.
Looking for anything resembling a path down this side.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you see Who's first? Give me the order here of who's first. Like, are we, as we have our tokens placed now? So it'd be Elion, Thand, Baron, Baron, Ismark, Trevok, Irina, or do we want to get in any kind of other order? Because that's how I'm going to do your rolls until we finish.
Do you guys
Probably.
think it might be? I might be able to tell something about the stones that we be walking along if I were to go first and make sure it's safe.
I
Okay.
like that. By all
Alright.
means.
Baron, you stay there right behind me.
All right. Stays here. Who's after Baron?
Elion.
Okay. I'm assuming Thand will be after Elion.
Mm-hmm.
And are we going Ismark next or Irina next?
Arena.
Okay. Oh, and then I have Valkethra. Where are you going to be at an assault? Are you just following everybody behind, or what's the deal?
Yep, I'll just be behind them.
Okay. All right. So I need investigation and you'll auto succeed the perception, assuming that you're going to use the stone sense.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, give me your investigation then.
Come on, dice.
You can do it.
Nine.
Ooh. Okay.
Too much sauce last session.
You don't see a walkable path. However, you are more than familiar enough with this rock. It's a special type of igneous rock that is known to have large pits within itself. So it may seem relatively smooth for a little while, and then you will look down and it would not surprise you if there were, say, like a shallow cave or something, like a overhang high enough to get you out of the weather.
Ah, okay. So Trevok would have conveyed all of that to everyone.
Okay. But also
Sorry.
that you haven't seen anything.
Yeah. Like, I can't see a way forward, but this stone we should be on the lookout for this type of stone. It'll create caverns or overhangs. Get us out of the weather. Get us out of this rain for a bit. So keep your eyes open for that.
Elion will nod.
Could I potentially have Valkithra like lower herself to the ground and just listen very intently and see if I hear any type of change through the winds of the rock and see if there is something that I could listen to that might sound different?
You can give me a perception check.
I could do that. If I get on the right window, of course.
And mind you, we got about 10, 15 minutes. We got to be wrapping it. Ooh, yeah, no, you ear to the ground. The rain is
But Mr. DM, I have advantage on hearing while I'm a werewolf.
Ooh, okay.
21.
All right. Then yes. It doesn't sound particularly close, but it's not super far away either. You hear in the cacophony of rain splashing, there's one steady drip. You can hear it pattering. It's probably it's about another 40 to 45 feet beneath you. But you can hear it. There's definitely there's something there.
What kind of direction are we talking?
It would be down essentially from where you're at right now. Maybe a little bit to the left. Or a little bit to the west. Excuse me.
So if I started to like make my way like down here and walk somewhere like this?
Sure, yeah, it'd be in around there somewhere.
Okay. I will howl out in a woo again.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll
Woo.
just dart off the side over here.
Okay. Give me an acrobatics check with advantage. Just mind you, it's raining, it's cold, there's ice out. These rocks are going to be slick.
Trying to roll these in the...
Oh, yeah. All right. So you make it without issue. You don't even slip.
Yeah.
Man, look at this
So they
guy,
get a
dude.
20. There we go.
Okay. Does anybody follow off after her?
Yeah, I don't want to look down.
Okay.
Is it, I mean, obviously, she made it down, but does it look viable for a non-four-legged person?
It looks viable, but also difficult. Like, you could definitely make it, but given it'd be a sketchy climb in a normal climate. But you happen to also be in the freezing rain, and it's getting to the point like your muscles are starting to get a little cold. You're kind of like tightening up a little bit. You're getting a little shiver going. Nose is running and shit. You know what I mean? We've all been there.
Alion's gonna look up in the sky and let the rain, sleet kind of hit him in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck it. And he's gonna try to jump down.
Okay. Go ahead. Give me an acrobatics save.
Second.
Mm-hmm.
Acrobatics. Ooh, that's a 5.
Ooh, all right. You go to lower yourself down there. Everything seems pretty good. Your boots are holding on to the ground. Slowly lower yourself off onto that first ledge, but your landing is sloped. And as soon as you put your full weight onto it, you slip and you fall on your back, and then you roll and you slip. You fall on your back. And that happens one more time. You land right next to Valkithra flatly, full stop. And in doing so, I think that one fell off into the nether. You take 11 damage.
It actually did fall into the nether. It still rolled, though.
Alrighty.
As of right now, I'm assuming you fall, you fell, you hit your, on your front, your right knee hurts incredibly bad. Do you try and stand up on it and put weight on it?
No.
I'll assist him with getting up if he goes to.
Okay.
I'll just kind of instinctively cast a Cure Wounds.
Okay. All right. So burning the spell slot will take it away. So basically what's going to happen when you end up, if you fail the check, I'll roll a 2d6. If you end up rolling like a 9 or above, you end up with some kind of critical injury. You need to burn a spell slot for you, or some sort of any kind of resource for anybody else. Otherwise, you're going to have disadvantage on your checks until we get to a point where you can long rest.
Yeah.
And be disadvantage on athletics and acrobatics.
Before I do the Cure Wounds, can I give myself like a check over?
Sure.
A medical check?
Yeah. You just kind of pat yourself down, like you'll roll over and check the knee and, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. There are no bones out of place. Everything seems to be in there. Your knee does hurt really bad. It's kind of skinned up a little. Same with your left elbow. Mind you, this is your right knee we're talking about. Your left elbow is a little skinned up too. The real issue comes as you go to stand. That leg isn't able to bear weight. It's too painful.
Okay, yeah. Do I have anything in like the adventurer's pack maybe that I could use to craft like a makeshift?
I'm not specifically certain on what it is that comes in those. I feel like if you wanted to get crazy with like a torch, an unlit torch, and some rope, I will allow it. You'll need to make a medicine check, but given the background of your character, I don't see why that wouldn't be able to happen.
Valkithra will take off a vambrace that she's wearing on her right arm. That is like shoelaces with leather, right? Something similar to that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And I'll more point to it because I don't think my clawed fingers could really have good agility with it.
Yep. Okay,
And
so you're going to have him
I'll make
untie
it
it?
known. Yeah, I'll make it known that gesture toward him, nudge him a lot.
Okay. All right, so
It'd be viable. I'll take that.
okay, yeah, it does. To apply it, I just need a medicine check.
Okay. Yeah, I rolled earlier when I asked 15.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so yeah, you put that on. The knee hurts. You obviously feel the damage, but you don't feel that it would hinder you in a pinch.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, next
You are a
person.
friend, Elion says, and kind of does like a graceful nod towards Valkithra as he ties it on.
Ismark, you would. Oh, mind you. Well, I'll explain it when everybody gets down here. Ismark, you're next. Matt.
I will follow along.
Okay. I need an acrobatics check.
It's 6.
Oof. Okay. Critical failure, you're going to get 3d6.
Uh-oh.
And if you end up with over a 9, you get your critical injury.
Yikes.
Ooh.
Oh,
Is it over a 9?
holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
You, oh man.
I got a gift for this. Hold on.
You roll yourself down and instinctively grab on to the rock with your torched hamburger meat of a hand. The pain is excruciating and you let go immediately. You fall, land on your shoulder. Okay, what's up?
As he's doing this, since I already saw Elion fall, could I give you a roll for perception to see if I hear someone else coming down in a little bit more of a tumbly fashion to
So
break their
I need a dexterity save. First and foremost, while I would imagine that her instincts would be incredibly heightened right now, I won't give you advantage, but I will use that to cross out the advantage of this being a sudden surprise. So just give me a regular dexterity save.
All right.
Yeah, because this is going to be like, oh, dude, I love it.
Now, I'm just trying to position myself where I think he's coming. I can't see above the rock ledge.
We've all watched that show Daria, right?
No.
Okay.
Ages back.
All right. Well, there used to be a cartoon show as a spinoff of Beavis and Butthead. It's called Daria.
That's right.
There's a portion where she's standing out on a volleyball field or a volleyball court, and they hit the ball by her, and after it bounces by, she just kind of nonchalantly sticks a hand out, like without moving, like, oh, I tried, but I didn't get it. So Valkithra, in the same vein as that, but a little more enthusiastically, leaps to one position, assuming that's where Ismark is going to land. He lands about 4 feet away from that.
Nice.
So, back to what I was saying, Ismark, the pain in your hand is excruciating, so you immediately let go. As you do so, you land on your ankle and then on your knee on the same leg. So you go down, you roll your ankle, you hit your knee. You immediately go off of the side, missing the two embankments that the other two hit, and fall and land on your shoulder. As of now, your ankle and your knee hurt entirely too bad to even think about putting weight on it.
Oh.
And your left arm is dislocated. Your shoulder is dislocated on the left arm. So and then you take 15 damage. BT does.
Yeah. If I burn my second wind, will that stave off any of the injury to any degree?
Okay, here's what we'll do. I'll let you burn your second wind and roll acrobatics a second time. Or excuse me, I'll let you roll athletics. And here's what'll happen. If you succeed the athletics check, you will be hanging from the side of the rock face about, I would say, 20 to 25 feet above Elion and Valkethra. They will be able to see you. You will still have the ankle injury, but if you succeed the athletics with disadvantage, you will not have the other two injuries. Sound like a plan?
Yeah, 100%.
All right. Well, give me athletics at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Oh, so that's an 11.
Ooh. You reach out and grab onto that rock. There's something that Trayvok didn't mention about certain types of igneous rock.
What?
And that is that they are incredibly sharp.
Oh, right. Yeah, sorry. 8 intelligence.
Yeah, you gash your hand wide open on this rock as you fall.
Which hand?
His right hand. And you land firmly on your left hip. So therefore now your left leg, like the whole, like think of like, if I don't know if you've ever had like sciatica issues, but it would be the same. It would feel like lightning is striking the tip of your toe up to your hip when you put weight on your left foot. Your ankle is sprained on your right foot.
It's fine.
And then you're also laying on your back. Irina, you're up. I need an acrobatics check. Yeah, maybe don't follow that one.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna follow his path.
You should take a different path.
Natural 20!
Woohoo!
21.
You go to lower yourself down. Immediately, your feet begin to slip. And you give it the old Disney heave-ho, and your arms are, gyrating in circles or whatever at your sides, and you're giving a and somehow, deftly so, your feet manage to find all the right crevices as you're sliding down, and you just land with a small plop right next to Elion. And you go to look like you're getting ready to land on your butt, and you catch yourself and are completely fine about 40 to 45 feet beneath where you started slipping at. You maybe take this moment to thank God or something. The chances of that happening again might be pretty slim. 1 in 20, some might say.
I love the fact that the DM guidance is that you should pray.
Yeah.
Well, natural 20 does not happen up.
Yeah, man. You need to pray to R and Jesus pretty hard. All right, Than, you're
I
up,
was
bro.
about to say this whole session has been us
We getting
rolling
down
and
there.
Ian just going. "Ugh."
Yeah.
Same way as everyone else. I'll be, watch them all do it. So
Okay. Yeah, acrobatics me, bro. See how it is.
where'd be my acrobatics? Let's see. There it is. It's not going to be great. It's a 7. Hell yeah.
That's what your total roll is?
Yep.
Oh, man. All right.
Oh, dude. We
We're just
roll and
all
Ian goes.
ducking for our death down here.
There we go.
Valkithar position
Ooh, man.
trying to line up with the
That's
rolling
12.
rocks.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. No, never mind. I already clarified rules. Do you have anything that you want to do before we go through with this?
Nah. Let's just do
Okay.
it.
So same as Ismark the first time. You get down, and then your foot slips, and you don't stop, and you just kind of bash and thrash into every rock on the way down. Your left knee feels like somebody's got by the time you land, your left knee feels like somebody's taken a needle right in between your fibia and your tibia, and they're just rolling it around in the cartilage in there. On top of that, your left arm is swollen, outstandingly so, at your forearm. And it hurts to do anything other than hold it completely still. If you go to move it, you notice that your hand kind of sags a little bit in comparison to the arm. Like your forearm isn't exactly straight anymore. At least not completely so. And that is the extent of your injuries. So currently you and Ismark both have 3 critical injuries. And I believe those are the only critical injuries that we have, right? Because we splinted Elion's. And the other 2 didn't get any.
Touch both of them at the same time and cure wounds them. I'll expend 2
Okay.
spell slots.
Trayvok. Humor me, friend. Yeah. So you'll get that, and then of course, since he used the resource, you won't have the critical injury also.
Okay.
9 for one, 8 for the other. Who's
Okay.
worse?
I'll take the 8.
All right, then, yeah, 9 to you, Smart.
All right, Trayvok. Take us home, baby.
There's something added to that because of my background. You can continue with that. I'll
Okay.
know what it is.
All right. Give me that acrobatics check, Trayvok.
All right, DM.
Take us out good, man.
The plan is for Bairn to go first, and for me to teleport to him with each safe landing.
Okay. So, all right. I feel if we do that, I need to change the roles, but I don't want to do that. So give me an acrobatics check.
If that's too much, then
No, you're good. Now, mind you, he won't be able to get all the way down. So if you do that way,
let's try it different then. Let's just have Baron go straight down, and if he makes it straight down, I teleport and we swap places.
Okay.
That way,
you'll have to swap quickly. So when you do swap, I'm still going to need an acrobatics check, but it's potentially like just a 1d6. Like you shouldn't obtain any sort of critical injury out of it at all. We'll see.
Actually, give me a sec. Let me clarify.
And I'll be a little lenient this session in regards to like how long a turn is versus, you know what I'm saying? Like I'll give you like 10 seconds or so of him being out versus like 6.
Yeah, I think you're being very generous, but there's also that I'm going to be using movement speed,
Mm-hmm.
and the teleport costs 15 feet per teleport.
Okay, yeah. So
So,
you'd
I
have to
don't
do
know.
it twice. You'd have to do it twice. Do you have the capability of doing it twice?
Yes.
Okay. If you have, does it take a resource to do that or no?
It's a bonus action.
Okay. All right. Well, then, yeah, if you're able to do that twice, that will get you 30 feet. You'd have to be able to do it 3 times.
Is that how far I have to go?
It would be about 45 feet. Yeah.
God damn it. Okay.
And then on top of that, because you'll swap places with him, he'll have to make the acrobatics checks.
Okay.
Is he like, are you able to occupy the same space as him?
He is he's described as magical translucent gray image.
Okay, so an image would lead me to think that he doesn't actually have mass.
Yeah.
Which means you could occupy the same space.
It is odd that in order for me to manifest him, it has to be an unoccupied space, though. So take.
Given the way that we'll go with the first one for now. Just remind me if I forget that later on. For now, that'll be the ruling, and we'll make a judgment on it later.
Okay.
Bismarck and Thayan, y'all both get 3 more HP for my Disciple of Life.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
All right.
Heck yeah.
So I need the acrobatics check still.
Okay, so I'll do acrobat. Just walk me through it, I guess. So
Yeah, so give me the acrobatics just so he gets down.
acrobatics is 19.
Okay, perfect. He, almost like a cartoon, looks at you and just surfs his way down. Yes, Noodle.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna dip now then. I
Okay.
appreciate all you motherfuckers, but yeah, it's already 10:47, so
Yeah, for sure, man. Go get you some rest.
peace out,
Catch you later,
everyone.
man.
Later.
Dude.
All right. So, he one arm bent at 90 degrees, like up by his head, like he was going to pat himself on the back of the head. The other arm straight out, and he's just like surfing all the way down. He hits the first landing. He stops, looks at you, and signals. I'm assuming you board him through.
Yes.
Okay. So he will do the same thing. I'm not going to have him roll multiple times again. This is just for role play flair because you're using class mechanics to get through. So he ends up making his way down all the way, just a different, as he stops at the next one, he turns and signals you, you poof over and take it. He comes and slides through and does it again. The only thing that I will point out, you don't necessarily physically feel him, but you get a sensation as he passes through you. And it's very cold, but not necessarily in the way of like, oh man, it's not just like it's a little chilly. Think of it like when you get hit with a really cold wind and you can feel your bones chill over.
Yes.
It's very reminiscent to that, but only for a brief second.
It's like when I both got the COVID vaccine and when I got COVID, and I got the worst chills I've ever had in my life.
Yeah, man, there you go. There is an overhang.
Okay.
It is wide enough. You are all at it now. It is wide enough for you to be in and out of the rain. You're roughly 100-ish feet, 100 to 120 feet by now from the top of the wall. You're out of the rain. It is incredibly cold. Do you attempt to start a fire? Anyone? Do you even have materials to start a fire? So if you do, I need to know what you're burning. I need to know what your kindling is and how you're starting the fire.
Trayvon
Fire,
has
you
a-
say?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
My
right.
fairy friend, is she able to create bonfires?
Two things.
She whimpers.
One, there's a verbal component to that spell, right? Or is it only somatic? If there is a verbal component, then no. If it's only somatic, then I need a concentration check, and then sure.
Nah, it's verbal somatic.
Okay, yeah, then no.
Trevok would pull out a tinderbox.
Okay. So when you say,
anyway, though,
you mean like
you
a,
hear her going,
yeah, that wood would still be
kinda-
dry. It'd still be
kind
dry.
of loosely whimpering.
Okay. All right. I need survival check from you, Trevok, but with advantage. You're a cook. You started a multitude of fires before, and situations just like this, the rain shouldn't slow you down that much, especially with dry kindling and wood. But before you do, who's burning what? Because I don't think anyone has firewood.
About a torch.
Torch will work. It'll be small, but you could huddle around it.
About several torches.
That would work. How many? Several. How many you got?
An explorer's pack comes with 10.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Okay, then sure. If you can just burn the torches. Like, you can pull the,
Yeah, like just the little...
you could pull the, whatever, the rags, the oil-soaked rags out and use those as like an accelerant, to catch, I guess, move the kindling to the torch handle. A torch handle, one of them would burn for, we'll call it a half hour. So if you wanted to keep this thing lit for, say, 3 hours, you'd need to put 6 of them down. That seems relatively fair, right?
I'll dump all my torches, just dump a bag of fucking...
Okay, so you got 10 of them. So you got roughly, we'll call it like 5 hours, 9.5 hours, somewhere in there of torches.
Okay.
Or not 9.5, 4.5 to 5 hours of torches.
Yeah, before we do any type of time skips too, like how long are we planning on staying here, and also how long are we planning on keeping going tonight?
We're wrapping up right now. We're basically setting the scene for the next go around. It's just, and you guys can all decide amongst yourselves, like if you want to wait till the rain stops.
So I don't want to dedicate all 10 of mine to it, but he will dump all of his out to get the fire and go for now. Okay.
How many do you want to use?
I mean, at this moment, 30 minutes, 1.
Okay. All right.
Why doesn't he use one and I'll use
my
one?
torches too.
Yeah. So like if we each throw in one of the 10 that we have.
Sure. Cool.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, that works perfectly fine for me. Communism at its finest.
Yeah. That consumes my tinderbox though, right?
Fuck, don't give me you lying.
So a tinderbox, this small container holds flint, fire steel, and tinder. So maybe it uses up your tinder, but you'd still have the flint and fire steel.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sure. And this would be your first time using it, right? Or second? I can't remember if you've made dinner.
I
feel like we did have, right after we got out of Durst Manor, I feel like you went and gathered firewood and made dinner for everybody.
I think we did.
Okay.
I think I did make fire.
All right.
A dinner. Yeah.
So you would have, and I need you to mark this down somewhere, after this go around, you would have 3 charges of kindling left. Well, you can start 5 fires with a tinder box, and before you need to replenish kindling. Now, like Brett said, the flint and fire steel would 100% still be there.
Right. I follow. Okay.
Yeah, the ferrocium rods, unless something happens and you just break it, you will continue to have it. But I do need that survival check with advantage.
All right, so here comes survival with advantage. That one is a 12, and this one is, goddamn, seriously, 13.
Okay, you pass. You get a quick spark. You pick the ember up in your hand to shield it from the wind and the rain. You grab a couple of you just basically take a torch and stick the non-handle portion of it within the fire, You catch that, and then you put the other 2 torches down on the ground, or other 4. I feel like I heard Matt say he threw in 2, or did you only throw in 1? Matt?
2.
2? Okay, yeah. So you'll take the other 3, you'll make like a small teepee on the bottom, you'll shove the 1 head in underneath of it, and then you'll kind of just slowly lower them until they're all on top of one another. And you guys have 2 hours worth of fire. So we'll wrap it here when we pick back up. Just remember, you guys have rested for 2 hours. That's considered a short rest in my book. When we're ready to move on, we'll just vote on what it is that we're going to do next go around. It sounds like everybody is wanting to just go down the mountain. So that's going to be kind of what I prep for.
Okay.
All right. Any questions, any concerns, any issues?
Nope.
Okay, then we will meet. I think it'll be the first Thursday in February. Let me double check that before I send you all on your way.
February 1st is next Thursday.
Oh shit. Okay, well, yeah, second one. So February 8th will be when we go to play. 2 weeks from today.
Cool.
And I think we're gonna, unless I have something coming up and I literally can't run the game, we are gonna move more into the notion of, if you can't make it, we'll either just kind of put your character in the wings for the session, or somehow or another we'll take care of it. But I think for the sake of trying to get this campaign moving, we need to play even if people aren't available. So, with
the other groups I've always played with online like this, especially like larger groups, which we're not really that big, but for the bigger groups you have to.
Yeah.
Kind of just, the DM just takes that character and then removes them from the party for the session and then adds them back, which doesn't really do you any justice on plot points, but
yeah. Well, the biggest thing is this has been a heavily role played venture thus far, and I try not to take away from the experience for someone, as disjointed as it may be, but I'm ready to wrap this campaign up. We got a long way to go. So we'll kind of keep progressing towards it, and then we'll go from there. So, but without any further ado, I'm going to stop the recording and
Go fuck yourself, viewers.
yeah, go fuck yourself. No one watches these.